Hi, I'm James Gruber, and I'm from Bidwell, Ohio. As teen director at my local church, Vinton Baptist Church in Vinton, Ohio, I'm anxious to get started in this course to become a more effective communicator for Jesus. Growing up, my struggle was with divorced parents. I lived primarily with my mother and my stepfather. We lived in various places. When they first got married, we lived in Columbus, Ohio. And my stepfather's his job was regional manager for a chemical company. So as a business guy, his job would require him to transfer locations every 3 to 4 years. We moved from Columbus to Houston, Texas, lived there for 3 years, and then we moved back to Columbus. Just prior to my sophomore year, we got news that my stepfather was going to be transferred again. So my mother gave me the opportunity to move in with my real father. So I went ahead and made that decision so that I could get settled in to finish out my high school years. And when I made that decision, I wasn't quite welcomed into the home like I expected. My stepmother struggled to connect with me. I felt like she didn't really want me around because I had a younger brother that was her and my father's child. So I struggled for years with the feeling of abandonment because my mom, I felt like she had pushed me out of the nest a little bit early and I wasn't quite welcomed into the home at my father's house. So as I got into adulthood, those feelings of bitterness carried on, and the abandonment was something that I felt in my heart. It affected all my relationships. So it wasn't until I got into ministry, probably about 6 years ago, I realized what God was doing through all that sin and that the feeling of abandonment and the bitterness that I was feeling, that God was actually working in the midst of that to do something great. Now I work on Monday evenings with recovery students, kids, teenagers that are struggling with parents that have addiction, whether that be alcohol or drug addiction. So they're struggling to connect on many levels. So I realized that through the struggles I went through, I can now connect with those kids and relate to them. Genesis 50:20, Joseph is confronted with his brothers as they come back to Egypt, and he chooses to exhibit grace. Genesis 50:20, and this is ESV, it says that, "As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring about that many people should be kept alive as they are today." So the struggles that I had in my teenage years and those bitterness feelings, God has turned that into something positive where I can impact lives for Christ today. It's been a great blessing. Good luck to you in this course, and God bless.